Okay, so Melty, like specifically MBAC, has just basically taken over my brain again. I was on that plus R kick for a minute, but not now. I'm just like, all I can think about is Melty. That's good for the channel, good for the content, I guess. But I am glad to report this week I feel like Half Moon, Kohaku, and Mech are finally coming together. One of the big things I had to get used to was like the timing after endings. I would always like input things way too early. There's this awkward amount of end lag to a lot of like air throw ender and sword 236 series stuff. I just gotta get used to. I noticed as soon as Kohaku puts her hand back on the handle, good to go, act. And it's just kind of like been something my brain has been getting used to again, but it's coming along. I can more comfortably like dash in afterwards and stuff like that. And speaking of dash in, run in stuff, it feels so nice just having so many options. When you run up to someone who is getting up off the ground and you have access to a air unblockable projectile you can put over top of their head, or you can just throw off a solid low, do an overhead too. Oh, and by the way, you also have a command grab. It's so nice having all these options. I do find myself just going for like 2A a lot. I think that's like the safe thing, just like to start pressure. But overall, like having so many choices feels so good. I am struggling with some like execution stuff. I am mainly focusing on trying to incorporate the 5A, 6AA like extension, like higher damage regular routes. I was just kind of doing whatever normals into 5C into special ending stuff. But if I prevent myself from using 2C in the combo early on, I can incorporate a reverse beat 5A, 6AA and get really solid damage just basically anywhere. So that's one of the main things I'm working on. I'm going to work on incorporating that, and then after that, facepalm loops, or at least that's what the wiki refers to them as, is something I'm struggling with a lot. The timing's weird, and I'm trying to find ways to like, cheat it a little bit, maybe like slightly unoptimal, but more, how do I put it, more stable combos. But this is something I will worry about at a future date, just mainly trying to get more damage off my just standard hits in like more scrambly situations, because I can hit the high damage stuff, the non-high damage or non-face loop high damage stuff consistently in training, but I just autopilot when I'm playing online, unfortunately. So that's just something I am having to work on. But overall, character switch was a great choice. Just having more freedom is really making me appreciate the game a lot more. And it was rough for a bit. Like, I was like, oh, should I just go back to Rias? Should I go back to Rias? I don't know. But overall, I think the character is becoming just a lot more natural to me. And that's a great thing. Just buttons being pressed. And I think it's like layer 1, layer 2. A lot of stuff's just going to layer 1. And it feels really good to get just back in the swing of things. I have been getting destroyed online. It is humbling, unfortunately. I'd taken a break from the game, and I just forgot how fast the game was and how relentless a lot of characters' pressure is. And it's taking some getting used to. It doesn't help that KohaMech doesn't have a lot of defensive stuff, so I'm relying a lot on just like blocking, calling out gaps, incorporating a lot of shield bunker and jump out, return to neutral type stuff. So I'm really getting like a different view of the game for sure. Rias just kind of just played a different game, it really felt like, where Kohaku, the normals and just like getting like converting off a lot of air stuff is different. I felt like Rias, I was poking a lot. I was just mashing 2A and 5B and then just figuring it out from there. Typically off those stray hits I could get a knockdown and then run Oki from there. It's definitely way different with Kohaku. She is more susceptible to DPs that I keep mashing on, and I keep forgetting to not mash on DP. It's just, Rhea said like a safe jump, and a lot of people just didn't call out a lot of the stuff, especially because left-right stuff, you could just DP off onto the other way, and I felt like a lot more people respected that pressure, where Kohaku, while she does have a lot of options, she is more susceptible to that wake-up reversal stuff. And another thing, coming from full moon to half moon, I have to learn on not overextending my pressure. A lot of times I end my block strings way too early. I could have just hit some buttons, reverse beat in their face, and just try a lot of more shenanigans, but I found myself autopiloting into like 2 charged C and then 236 charged A overheads, and it just kind of locks me into something that's very unsafe, and I'm getting punished for it. But that should come in with time. I've been practicing a lot of just like setting a dummy to all guard and just getting used to the flow of block strings. I actually find it like kind of fun to just break the guard of the dummy over and over and over again. It gets me very used to it. I feel like that's something not a lot of people do in training mode, but like feeling out the block string of your character is very important. But yeah, it'll come with time. Reverse beat is just, it's a very, very open-ended thing, and I just gotta get used to it. But overall, that's basically all I've been doing this week. Just playing a ton of M-Back. As always, if you like this kind of just like discussion, laid back stuff, I mean, I know this is pretty fillery videos, and they seem to be doing okay sometimes not. I'm just gonna start playing with these a little bit more and see how they do, adjust accordingly. Make sure to join the Discord server, find games, positive, FGC environment, all that jazz. Links to all the socials and stuff down below. Like, comment, subscribe, blah, 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 blah. As always, keep mashing. Have a good day.